Hi, I'm Andrea Bumstead, owner and operator of Gaia Cafe. It's a vegetarian vegan restaurant here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Gaia started in the early 1980s by a woman named Casey, and she had owned it for about 4 years and turned it over to a gentleman named Rick Van Dam for about 30 years. I came in about 2004. I fell madly in love with the energy of the space and just all around the community that it stood for. Shortly after that, I had been asked to become manager of the restaurant, and I hired and trained employees, did some cooking on the line. I was taught by Rick Van Dam everything I know about cooking and the recipes and little details that I hadn't known before. And it shut down, and August 31st of 2014, I had purchased the rights to the restaurant in hopes to reopen in that same location. The community came together, we got investors to come together in hopes to reestablish. Things didn't work out, and so I have just been pushed into this world of learning how to open up my own restaurant. I started working in the Crescent neighborhood a few years back and didn't know a whole lot about it, but once I started working over here, I really fell in love with the vibe that this area has. All the building owners are growing their businesses organically, and it just seems like the place where Gaia fits in perfectly. It's this little space that nobody really saw a whole lot of hope in, and now it's kind of becoming this revival that we want to be a part of. So right now we're standing in what used to be an old house that was built in late 1800s. So it's got these different levels and these different layers to it, which are really unique, which also kind of really ties into Gaia. It's just a unique space. This is Brandon, our excellent contractor extraordinaire.
Hello, Brandon Buyer, Constructors Incorporated. Let's take a look at the space.
Not yet.
Oh, not yet.
When you walk into the north side of Gaia, you will have a juice bar here with a quick takeout, wraps, juices, teas, things like that. And then this space behind the juice bar opens up to the upper space.
This is going to be the lounge space. So this is kind of where you're going to come in. There'll be some couches set up. We do have to put a ramp here to code to get up into this space. But there'll be couches and chairs and coffee tables and just a really cool space that you want to sit and relax. This is all going to be coming out, so this will be the entryway into the dining room. And each space also has its own exterior doors, so you don't have to walk through there to get in here. Gaia was really well known for its self-pour coffee and water with a huge condiment bar. So that's all going to be located in this area here, and that's as you walk through the juice coffee lounge space. We'll have seating on both sides, so this nice galleyway space that you're going to kind of just be a straight shot all the way back, but along each side of the wall. This wall is really cool too, because this is the old siding from the original house that we're going to not keep here because we can't, but we'll take some of it off and reuse it as something else in the building, just to kind of keep that character and that old feeling of what this space used to be.
We're looking forward to a creative project to repurpose some of this siding for maybe Gaia signage or something else creative in the space.
There's some other nooks and crannies in this space too that we're gonna get really creative and funky with, but we're not gonna tell you about them. You've got to find them on your own once we open.
Another ADA ramp to bring us down to another level. This will be our banquet area. So this space will remain pretty much open and multi-function type space.
Yeah, we'll hold different events here. We'll have monthly events, fundraisers. We can hold private events, banquets, all kinds of fun, unique stuff. And it's just kind of like it'll be a rotating kind of artistic space that, you know, will grow into something or
Maybe bungee yoga.
Maybe bungee yoga. That's my ultimate goal.
Yeah. There's one last space which is going to mostly be used as the gallery for the DAAC, for local art and events, things like that.
So I met with Charity and her team from the DAAC last winter, around this time actually, and we just kind of fell in love with the idea of putting our businesses together. She is a board member and leader of the DAAC, which is the Division Avenue Arts Collective. And that started downtown on Division Street quite some time ago and has shut down, kind of the same storyline of what Gaia had going on. And they've been looking for a building over these years. So when we met up, our ideas of what we wanted to do really kind of meshed together, and it just fit to the point where it was like this aha moment.
We're really excited about this space because of the general performance area, and then over there we have what's called the lobby, we're calling it, and we'll just have more space for gallery, workshops, all sorts of stuff, so we're really excited to have more space.
I'm super excited about the project as a whole, teaming up with the DAAC and just finally getting Gaia off its ground. So I'm excited for you guys to be with us on this journey, and we'll see you next time.